just is like the pure physical manifestation of like the manic id of like macho American might, and he is tactically violent, but he's also kind of unhinged and clearly driven by his own weird impulsive desires in some way. And the fact that the set piece starts and he ends up hunting her down for, as you already pointed out, because obviously he's trying to eliminate the fact that he has a mixed race daughter, which also Paul Thomas Anderson putting the Searchers on his list makes a lot of sense when you think about that. Like, I think about how much ranting there is about quote unquote half breeds in that movie, and how Ethan Edwards is hunting the girl down to kill her. It's actually the same thing that Sean Penn is doing here, just he's actually the father. And you know, but the way that he does that is absolutely fucking bonkers, because he's obviously now a weapon or a tool for this white supremacist group. But the specific details of how he does this, which is that he uses a rumor that a beloved conservative American institution, I forget the name of it, but it's like basically a chicken nuggets factory that they talk about in that little fucking like Eyes Wide Shut subterranean bunker or whatever the fuck that they're in. That whole scene is fucking crazy. And they literally go, oh, there's drug and human trafficking happening outside of, and they're like, oh, but that place does my favorite fucking nuggies, man. We can't, you know, we got to go take those guys down. And it's like, yeah, I guess so. All right, send them in. And it's in a sanctuary city, and they are straight up doing ICE style raids and black bag abductions and doing these military interrogations, which from what I understand, the actor who does it is an actual military interrogator. Our friend of the pod, Ben David Grabinski, told me that he learned that at the Directors Guild screening they did. They're like, yeah, that guy who just interviews people and you're wondering why he seems so friendly, but also like he would slit your throat. It's because that's what that guy did for a living. It's kind of fucked up.
That is wild. No, that white supremacist group, the Christmas Adventurers, that scene, like
Hail Saint Nick.
The Hail Saint Nick thing, and like just the way that they talk so subtly with their racism, and like having these kind of like their language that they use. They're using all of this, like you could easily just call it like old school like white kind of language, like stuff that you'd hear on the golf course kind of thing, and just because it has this.
Yeah, is he clean, dedicated like, to being pure and clean?
Yeah, and because the language feels like it's got this like clean purity to it, when you know, because they're using these like very hoity-toity words and whatever that however they are saying their racism, it's like their way of masking how disgusting and ugly they are. And I also just had like, I really did find it funny that all of their outfits are just like, you know, the typical like the vest over the long sleeve. They're like brands. They all look like they're like in a corporation essentially, like about to go to work.
The dude they eventually hire to go chase down Sean Penn, which completes the T2 element of like there being the original Terminator and then there being the T-1000 who's hunting him down as well. The fact that the T-1000 of this movie is a guy with just like slick hair and a nice car and like a Patagonia vest on and like a Lacoste like polo.
Yeah, he looks like he's about to like murder a bunch of people and then go golfing immediately after. Like that's essentially what he's got going on. And I thought that was brilliant and I loved it. And
country club Nazi assassin.
Yeah, the country club Nazi. That's essentially what he's doing. And I think that was amazing. And just for that tone throughout that scene, it's not like he makes the tone just inherently evil and spooky. It's just the way that they talk is so disgusting and so unemotional. Like it's just like, this is how we talk every single day about people like this. Like it's just like, it's disgusting. And so I found that to be like, it really got under my skin in a way that I don't know if I've
every
seen
time
before.
They use the word wetback and they were using the terms of being like, you know, like that one guy who's like, oh, that guy actually has to get his migrant workers back to work. So, you know, we can't raid that guy because these guys are actually beneficial to an American business. And there's just like discussions they have about humans in that entire thing is obviously incredibly, it's very sort of caricatured, but to just enough of an extent where you're like, there's clearly a real world analog here.
Yes. And they have this sense that these are like are the higher ups, and then of course there's that thought of like, you know, even further hierarchy that we don't understand. But with Sean Penn's character, it kind of brings him down in that moment a little bit too, because he's obviously he's a piece of shit. He wants to work with them and do what he's doing, but there's also this element that almost feels like he's got this like, I want to be a good boy for these guys. You know what I mean? Because we see his attraction to Beverly Hills, and there's something clearly like wrestling within him. But I think he's been so bred into this stuff that this is what gives you power. This is what being the right American way is, and everything like that. That he just has this pathetic like, oh, I just want to satisfy these men and not think about it further. Just give me the power, give me the office, and I won't actually think about any of the personal things that it's doing to me. Like, I feel like he's ugly for a reason. Like, it's like he's almost going against his own desires, and that's what's made him so like tick heavy and have this weird walk. And do you know what I'm saying? It's like it's like a body horror almost, you know what I mean? Like he's repressing something,
dude,
so it's coming out in a
we'll talk about
way.
it. But dude, when he gets mangled and ends up looking like the Red Skull, and at the end of the movie, when his mouth is all fucked up, and oh god, some of the last scenes you see of Sean Penn are just fucking like demonic.
Yeah, totally.
You're like, this is fucking awful.
All to die in a pathetic way too. Like it's like that's what feels so just almost like meaningless with his character at the end of the day. It's like you did all of this.
His arc is weird. It feels like it has like a burn after.